Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I figure why not, Christmas is on its way. The original, the classic, Lethal Weapon. That's right, Lethal Weapon. I've done this a few times, so why not this one? Without a doubt, Mel Gibson, Danny Duffer, damn good film. I'm going to do it a different way this time. I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to talk about the theatrical and the director's cut. 'Cause I've talked about this a few times, so I figured what the fuck. So Richard Donner, as we all know, is sadly no longer with us. That's the director. Did take movies that say like let me think. Did take movies that say like The Omen. Also did not only The Omen, did Superman the movie, and also did Duelist, Eight Kids at Fencerville. At the time, Phyllis was very popular in the mid and late 80s. You know, you had Faker with Tatson, they went on. So, fillers and action fillers were getting popular. So Richard Donner thought his next project would be Lethal Weapon. At the time, Richard Donner was going to do The Lost Boys, believe it or not. But Michael Schumacher, another director, sadly no longer with us, decided to do The Lost Boys. So if you've ever seen Lethal Weapon, and remember the bit where they're walking near the theatre house and you see The Lost Boys, that was a love letter to the one who originally was going to do Lethal Weapon, being Schumacher. So what to do? Mel Gibson got the role. Danny Duffer got the role. I think Mel Gibson was big at the time of the Mad Max films, so they figured why not have him play a cop in Lethal Weapon. And you get a day opening. You go jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. That's the opening. You got a girl naked, but it's nothing to get excited about. It's nothing to get excited people because it's part of the story. And she falls herself to a death. Now the theatrical, it's dud. But the director's cut, there's a few little bit of extra scenes in it. There's bits where I'm not asked about, and there's bits what I am asked about. The bit where Mel Gibson does an Elvis Presley, shoots a fucking TV, I didn't really give a shit about. That'll make sense later on when you see him buy a TV, but was it really needed? You know what I mean? In a director's cut. And there's a bit in it where he gets a prostitute because he's lonely. It's a director's cut. But the prostitute was quite fit to look at and was nice, but the bit where Mel Gibson's asked him to pretend to be longer than what he is doesn't really make his character Ritz likeable. I'm thinking, seriously, you would take a snatcher? I get it. He lost his wife and he's lonely, but after the prostitute to fake her age, pretending she's longer than what she is, just makes his character a bit perfy and dodgy for my liking. So I can see where that was deleted. But there's a good scene in it where he's scumbag shooting at kids. And Mel Gibson as Ritz pulls the gun out and shoots the bad guy. I just wish that was in the theatrical. But in the director's cut, I'm happy to see it in that. It's a good scene in it. It demonstrates why he's called the Lethal Weapon. And there's a deleted scene which is not in the director's cut, nor is it in the theatrical, but I remember seeing it. There's a bit where he's in a pub and these dickheads start a fight with him. He gets one, snaps the arm and beats the shit out of the other. I just wish that was in the theatrical and the director's cut. I have seen it and it's not bad. And there's an original ending where Ritz walks away and leaves Murdoch and decides to go with separate ways. I'm kind of happy they didn't go with that because I like the ending what you get in this film. It's a satisfying ending. So, like I say, you get a prostitute, kills herself, and you find out in the film she was hooked on drugs and she would have been murdered anyway. And that's what I like about Lethal Weapon. The first Lethal Weapon film, was it really an action film? Yeah, it got action in it, but I'd say it was more of a filler. It's a who's done it, why did the girl kill herself, what's going on sort of stuff. And I do like the character. I like Danny DeBussy as one of the main villains. My only issue is I just wish Daddy DeBoosty was in it a lot more. I just wish he was in it a lot more than what he is. But when he's in it, he really is a good presence. So I do like the villains. You get the idea of the mercenaries and the pushing drugs. There's another good scene in the film, right? There's a good scene in the film where, if I remember rightly, the other deleted scenes, I don't understand was deleted out. And really what it is, the director's cut. It was what the director, Richard Donner, decided to delete and decided to add them back. The one scene, like I say, I'm happy is in the director's cut. It's the bit where he shoots the stun bag, so it's said we're shooting at the kids. I don't like that, because it shows that Mel Gibson as it heads. And yes, I could call this as being a Christmassy film, because it's near Christmas when it happens. I do like the bit where he talks the suicide down and you think he's going to do the right thing and he's going to save the day, but he doesn't. We all know the scene. You want to jump? Do you want to jump? I want to jump. We're an arsehole. Let's jump. But this one fuck up where he's using the handcuffs, come off the die, and he holds his hand. Good little stunt. And I do like the ending. Good satisfying ending where you have that big fight with Daddy to Boost there. And he kicks the shit out of him. And you've got the idea that, like I say, Mel Gibson's character is rich, he's over the heads, he's suicidal, and so on, but he's good at his job. He is good at his job. And as you remember, the televised one was cut to shit. Have to say now over the years, it's not cut to shit. But I do like Lethal Weapon. There's no fault for Lethal Weapon. I think these two hit it off. Yeah, there's comedy in it, but it's in Leopardie. It's not like every 2 minutes, comedy. And that's what I like about Lethal Weapon. So without a do, why not without a fucking do? Because I love being that much. My dog doesn't shut up. I'm going to do a Lethal Weapon on it. A 15-star rating. No faults with Lethal Weapon. Again, I got this. This is a director's cut. I love the theatrical, but I also like the director's cut. More for the scene where he shoots the baddies. The other bits, I could either diff it or take it. You know what I mean? The prostitute who Rick ends up spending the night with isn't sexual. I got the idea. He lost his wife. He wants company. I don't mind that scene, but again, I don't like the bit where he's asking, well, can you pretend to be longer? Doesn't look good in his character. But I do love the ending you do get to see in Lethal Weapon. Like I say, he defeats the mercenaries. The main villain gets blown to fuck. Daddy Busey gets shot to fuck. There's a scene where they get tortured, but they get out of dodge. There's a bit in the nightclub shooting all the baddies, which I know was censored on TV written there. But I do love the ending. It's near Christmas. You got the idea he's no longer suicidal. And I love that line where Mel Gibson says, you know what? You know what? What? I'm not Taser. I love the bit where the dog runs in. You get that song, I come on for Christmas, which was sang by Elvis. But I also love the song, which was sang by Honeymoon Suite, which was You're My Lethal Weapon, which fucking pisses me off because this DVD, even though it's a director's cut, no original trailer, and it doesn't even have the music video by Honeymoon Suite, which was called Lethal Weapon. There was a music video back in the day, 1987. Why the fuck is it not in the special features? Special features, what do you get? Subtitles. What else do you get? Auto language. Wow. Why not a making? Why not deleted scenes? Why not a biography? Why not the music video? Why not TV spots? Why not the theatrical trailer? Shut the fuck up, me dog. Why not any of that? This was a big hit film in 87. It made a lot of sequels. Made these two a band name. I love Mel Gibson. I love Danny Duffer. I think they both hit it off. So why the fuck did they not have any special features? I'm sure Richard Donner would have loved to talk about this. Why not one interview with Richard Donner, the director, who is sadly no longer with us? So it's lazy for features, but I will give it its due. The depth of the original poster, wow, I'm happy about that because I always loved the iconic poster with Mel Gibson staring out, looking like he wants to kick the shit out of us. I love Danny Duffer's character there, really looks really finger. When you think about it, Danny Duffer's more the main lead. But as the film goes on, I think as the sequels go on, I should say, I think Mel Gibson takes over being the fucking lead. I really do. That's how I see it. But I loved Mel Gibson's character in this. To me, he felt more Lethal Weapon in this than what he did in number 4. He really did. I love the fact he does martial arts. He gets his shit out with Daddy Boost there. I love the fact Daddy Boost has that lighter and he's holding his hand like that. Really good. So Lethal Weapon, without a do, I'll do it again. I'm on a roll. 15-star rating into them. Be smart, be safe, and have a happy Christmas.